Good evening and welcome to Yellow Jacket Basketball. Tonight it's the boys hosting Gibault High School from Waterloo, Illinois. I'm Jim Beers with your broadcast this evening. We're going to have JV starting in about 5 minutes, followed by the varsity at approximately 7 to 7:30, depending on how quickly this first game goes. Boys had a loss last evening when they hosted right here at Colbert Memorial Gymnasium. They hosted Carterville High School, and it was a pretty hard game. Carterville has a good program. The Jackets kept up for the most part, but in the end, at the final buzzer, it was Carterville 52, Yellow Jackets 41. That gives the Yellow Jackets an 11-16 overall record, and they are 1-6 in the Cahokia Conference Illinois Division. And in girls basketball, they are traveling to Carlisle this evening, and it will be their 28th game of this season. They are in week 13 of 13 regular season weeks, and they will play at Carlisle this evening, and they'll follow up Thursday night with the final home game of the season, the final regular season game against our local rivals, Sparta High School. They'll be coming to Colbert Memorial Gymnasium here at Chester High School. Junior varsity will start at 6 and the varsity at approximately 6:15, 7:30, once again depending on how those games go. Lady Jackets have been on a roll. They have a 4-game win streak going, and they won again at DuQuoin in a highly contested battle, 46-42 on Saturday afternoon in a rare 2:30 p.m. game. The junior varsity started at 1 o'clock, and the varsity was at 2:30, and the Yellow Jackets battled out. They had to battle it out with the DuQuoin Lady Indians, winning 46-42 to improve to 16-11 overall and even up 4-4 in the Cahokia Conference. We also have the girls Class 2A regional pairings with us here this evening. And Chester is going to be in the Heron Regional. In the quarterfinals this Saturday, DuQuoin is going to take, number 8 DuQuoin is going to take on number 9 Heron at 11 o'clock at DuQuoin. In the lower division, a lower bracket, Columbia, number 7 Columbia and number 10 Greenville will take off this coming Saturday at 11 o'clock at Columbia. And then the winner of the DuQuoin Heron game will play number 1 Benton on Monday night, this coming Monday, the 16th, at Heron at 6 o'clock. And then in game number 2 of the regional semifinals, it'll be number 4 Chester and number 5 West Frankfort battling it out to see who is going to go to the championship game on Thursday, February 19th at Heron High School. It'll be the winner of the Benton and DuQuoin or Heron game and the winner of the Chester West Frankfort game playing for the conference title in the upper bracket. In the lower bracket, it'll be Breeze Mater Dei or Breeze Central facing either number 7 Columbia or number 10 Greenville on Monday the 16th at Breeze Central at 6 p.m. And then Breeze Mater Dei number 3 will take on number 6 Trenton Westland Co-op at 7:30 Monday the 16th at Breeze Central. The winner of the Breeze Central and Columbia or Greenville game will face the winner of the Breeze Trenton game for the championship of the lower bracket. And that will give you your Heron regional champion and your Breeze Central regional champion. Those two champions will then come to Chester High School on Tuesday the 24th at 6 p.m. when the winner of the Heron Regional and the winner of the Breeze Central Regional will be facing off in the sectional semifinals. And that is Lady Jacket basketball. And there's your buzzer. teams are going to be taking their positions on their benches. It looks like Gibault they're in their black uniforms with some maroon and looks like white trim with white numbers. Yellow Jackets are in their white uniforms trimmed in orange and black with predominantly black numbers. So thank you for listening. You're listening to Yellow Jacket basketball here at Chester High School in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court. And you are listening on the Huddle Network, on the Facebook Network, and also on YouTube. Glad you joined us this evening. And the upper concourse lights have just gone out, and the center court lights are ready to host the Chester Junior Varsity Yellow Jackets and the Gibault Hawks Junior Varsity. Stadium announcer Mike Lawhead will be doing the in-house announcing this evening. At the scores table, Mitch Hamill, Sue Colonel, and Aiden Bleckley. Aiden is also our tech guy. He gets everything going for our broadcast, and I got to always give a shout out to Aiden Bleckley. He is a wonderful technology fella. He's down at Southern Illinois University in the aviation program. And there, Chester with the first score, number 23, Mitchell Leader with 2 points. Jackets lead 2-0 in the opening 30 seconds of this basketball game. Junior Varsity. And a 3 ball for the Hawks, number 14, Caden Hewells. Hawks take a 1-point lead, 3-2. We're still in the opening minute. And Rusty Carando for the Jackets with a 2-pointer. Jackets retake the lead, 4-3. Shot by number 14, Caden Hewells, no good. Rebounded by the Jackets. Jaden Ramirez brings the ball down. It looks like we're going to have a call on number 14, Hayden Hewells. A freshman to inbounds for the Jackets, number 11, Jaden Ramirez. Gets it out to Cale Springle. Ramirez gets stopped at the volleyball line. Gets it over to number 12, Cross Johnny. Looks, feeds it to Springle. And a nice feed inside to Rusty Carando. He can't get the shot off, though, and it's taken away over on the far side. Shot up by 24, Evan Brom. Jaden Ramirez for the Jackets gets it out to Cross Johnny. Carando tries to get one off. It comes off the front of the rim right back to the Gibault Hawks. And a travel. Number 22, Nick Holdener, goes up for the shot but takes an extra step in the process, and the ball goes back to Chester. Got man-to-man full court pressure here on the Yellow Jackets. Shot up by Mitchell Leader, number 23. No good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will go back to the Gibault Hawks. We're at the 4:12 mark of the first quarter in the junior varsity matchup. Score has been stalemated at 4-3. Neither team able to score in their last 3 possessions. Jackets with the possession again. Nice move inside and the feed off the left side to number 2, Rusty Carando, who banks it in for 2. Jackets increase their lead 6-3 with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Foul on the floor by the Jackets. It'll be number 11, Jaden Ramirez. Into the game for Gibault, number 30, Cole Friedrich. Number 34, Xandrick Phillips. Number 12, Will Dalpose. And number 40, Dylan Stuckmeyer. And a 3-ball by Gibault. Number 14, Caden Hewells. Ties the ball game up 6-6. Carando to leader. Over to Kale Springle, no good. Bounce off, rebound by Hawks. Driving shot down the lane by number 12, Will Dalpose. And a foul, and that's going to send to the line, Dalpose. And excuse me very much if I am mispronouncing these names. D-A-L-P-O-A-S, Dalpose, maybe? Anyway, if you're a parent in the crowd, come on up and tell me. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. His first shot's no good. Score tied 6-6 with 2:42 left in the first quarter. Coming in for Chester, number 55, Reed Fricky. Number 12, Cross Johnny taking a breather, getting a drink of water. Second shot is up and good by Will. He's a sophomore. Jackets had the ball. Hawks stole it. Jackets got the ball back, and the Hawks stole it back. And there's a drive down the lane. Nice move inside by number 12, Will Dalpose. And that gives the Hawks the lead, 9-6, with 2:06 to play in the first quarter here at Chester High School. Dalpose again puts up the shot, goes out of bounds, but it was off on Chester as a last touch. It'll stay with Gibault, number 32 into the game, Jacob Kipping for Gibault. Shot off the right side, 32. Jacob Kipping comes into the ball game and gets a basket right off the bat. 11-6, Chester down by 5 points. There's a minute 34 on the clock. Reed Fricky with a shot up, no good, bounced off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Gibault. And Reed Fricky gave a lot of pressure on the drive by number 30, Cole Friedrich. And he got stutter-stepped and went out of bounds with the ball, and the ball goes back to Chester here with a minute 16 on the clock. And a reach-in foul. Looks like it's going to be on number 32, Jacob Kipping. That'll be his first personal and the second team foul. Each team with 2 team fouls. Chester inbounds to 24. Danny. And we have to be careful tonight. On your programs, if you have a program at home, number 24 is listed as Danny Worley. Well, he is no longer with the team, decided not to play. And Cannon Wolf was brought up. And he has taken over number 24. So I'm very sorry. I know that Mr. Lawhead across the stadium was announcing the wrong name last week also. And we were informed by his grandma that Cannon Wolf is now in 24. So congratulations for being brought up, Cannon. Shot inside by number 34, Xandrick Phillips. 13-6 the score, and the clock is going to go off with a shot bouncing off the rim, and that ends the first quarter with Gibault Junior Varsity leading 13-6 over the Chester Yellow Jackets. And we'll take a quick break here. While the teams take a break, we'll take a break, and I'll be right back. I'm Jim Beers with your broadcast this evening. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. And it's early in the evening. We've got a doubleheader tonight. The varsity will take the floor at about 7 o'clock, 7:15. So we'll be back in about 30 seconds. And I just had a friendly visit from number 11, Will Dowpaws. That's like a paw, Dowpaws. Sorry for mispronouncing it, but now I've been corrected, and I will try to do my best to correct that here the rest of the evening. Just started second quarter action here at Chester High School. We're in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court with Yellow Jacket basketball. 3 ball off the right side by number 22, Nick Holdener. 16-6, Jackets down by 10. Jackets scored early in the first quarter and haven't scored since. Called a travel, a turnover. He made the shot, but it was a turnover, so Chester has the ball. Jaden Ramirez brings it down. Nice move by Ramirez. Can't get it to roll. He gets his own rebound. And a feed over to Cross Johnny. He can't get his to roll, and a rebound by number 14. Kendall Craig. No, I'm sorry. Hayden Hewells. I looked at the wrong sheet here. 3 ball from the top. Hayden Jewells for 3. He's a freshman. 19-6. All of a sudden, a blink of an eye, and the Jackets are down by 13. The junior varsity is coached by Tony James. He's assisted by head coach, varsity head coach Chris Toledo, Nick Sievers, and Bryce Bainter. Jackets can't get any shot to fall. Rebounded again, this time by 32. Jacob Kipping. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Hawks. And a shot from the side, no good. Rebounded this time by Chester's number 40, Jack Luthi, into the ball game for the JV. Coming in back into the game is Rusty Carando. Taking a break is number 40, a freshman, Jack Luthi. Jack had some quality time there to start out the second quarter. A real nice move down the lane by number 15, Cale Springle. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, but he couldn't get it to roll. Number 12, Will Dalpause. Nice move in the lane. Puts up the shot, is fouled. The ball rolls around the rim and out, but he'll be going to the line again. And this time we know it's Dalpause at the line. Clock stopped at 4:28. 19-6 is the score. Gibault JV ahead. First one bounces up off the back of the rim and out. Second shot off the back of the rim and out. Rebounded by number 12, Cross Johnny for the Yellow Jackets. He's a 5'9" sophomore. Ball goes off the hands of number 15, Cale Springle, who was making a hard drive to the basket in the lane, or a hard cut, I'm sorry. And Ramirez tried to zip it to him, but it goes off his fingers, out of bounds. Back to Gibault. Evan Braun back in the game for Gibault. Rebound by number 2, Rusty Carando, 5'11" sophomore. Ramirez drives the length of the floor and throws an off-balance left-handed layup. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Gibault. Nice quick move by Cross Johnny. Good deflection out of bounds. Saves the shot. Ball stays with Gibault. 3 ball off the right side. A pretty shot by number 32, Jacob Kipping. 22-6. Jackets haven't scored since the early part of the first quarter. And we get a roll. Number 15, Cale Springle, gets the roll. It just gently kissed the lip of the rim and rolled a little bit, and instead of going out, it finally came in. Jackets' first score in quite some time, 22-8 in the second quarter. Missed shot by number 22, Nick Holdener, but there to get the rebound and put it back was Will Dalpause. Great move inside by Rusty Carando, but he couldn't get his shot to roll. It took a spinning 360-degree turn. 32. 2 points, Jacob Kipping. 26-8 the score. Tipped out of bounds by Gibault. New faces coming into the game for Gibault. Number 40, Dylan Stuckmeyer. Number 14, Caden Hewells. And number 30, Cole Friedrich. Springer with a 3-ball, no. Rebounded by Gibault's number 24, Evan Brown. Gibault really quick on their feet. Very crisp with their passes. And a 3-ball off the right side by 14, Caden Hewells. 29-8 the score. Yellow Jackets need a basket, and they get it. Nice feed inside. The assist into number 15, Cale Springle for 2. 29-10, under a minute to go in the first half. And the clock ticking down, 47. Jackets with the basketball. Can they score before the buzzer to end the first half? Number 55, Reed Fricky in the ball game. Nice aggressive move by Cameron Wolf. His feet got out from under him. He hit the floor pretty hard, and he was called for traveling. Back into the game for Chester. Number 40, Jack Luthi, with 26.7 seconds remaining in the first half. Gibault looks like they're going to be holding for one shot before the buzzer. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Chester with the basketball. The shot is up. Bang, no good. And the clock goes off. The horn goes off to end the first half here at Chester High School in the junior varsity matchup. It is Gibault Hawks, junior varsity 29, Chester High School junior varsity 10. And we'll take a quick break here. Steve Colonel and the Chester High School Pep Band is going to be performing for us here momentarily. So I'll take a break, get a drink, and stretch my legs a bit, and you can listen to the music of the Chester High School Pep Band as directed by Mr. Steve Colonel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm Jim Beers. I'll be back in about 5. And there's the Chester High School Pep Band playing a little bit of the 60s, the Monkees. I'm a Believer. I'm Jim Beers with your broadcast. We're glad to be here with you this evening. The Gibault Hawks are with us this evening, challenging Chester. In 2 games, the JV is at halftime with Chester down 29-10. And the varsity game will start about 15 or 20 minutes after the JV game. We're glad to have you with us this evening. I want to remind everybody that if you happen to come out to the game, for the varsity game, anytime the varsity jackets, either with girls or boys games, hit a three-pointer, the shirts fly into the crowd. This is the 32nd year in a row for the Chester Yellow Jacket three-point shot club. Jacket fans, keep your eyes to the skies, because every time the Jackets hit a three-point shot during the 2025-26 season, the shirts fly into the crowd. For the 32nd year in a row, local sponsors have come together to provide the annual three-point shot club. And at this point, we would like to thank all of our members. Silkworm Incorporated, Buena Vista Bank, Lawhead Service Station, Mayor Joe Eggemeyer in the city of Chester, State Farm Insurance, Andy's Auto Body, Rogers Country Market, First Baptist Church of Chester, Swibco and Robinson Transportation. You know they carry the jackets. Victor's Medicenter Pharmacy, Matt McCoy and Country Financial, Tequila's Mexican Restaurant, Memorial Hospital of Chester, Tim Hall Construction, Gilster Mary Lee Corporation, Chester Insurance Agency, Scott Rust and the Chester Dairy Queen, River City Auto Center, Dietrich Bank of Chester, Vasquez Fitness Center, and our 3 newest sponsors, Mom and Pop's Pizza, Tommy Creason and Four Seasons Crappie Fishing, and Grace Church in Chester. Thank you to our loyal 23 sponsors of this year's three-point shot club. Make a quick mention of the fact that the announcement has been made that the spring theater production is going to be a play this year, and it's a comedy. It's titled The Play That Goes Wrong, and the cast list has been announced. Megan Zimmer is in the role of Annie. Kareem Landeros is in the role of Trevor. Jason Sibley is in the role of Chris. Chuck Moore is in the role of Jonathan. Natalie Geatley is in the role of Rachel. Kendall Nanny in the role of Denise. Brody Mattingly in the role of Max. And Elisa Steele in the role of Sandra. Now, if you tried out and didn't get one of the 8 key roles, feel free to come back and join either the set crew, the light crew, the sound crew, or any of the other crews that Mr. Colonel will be having help out with the program this year. That is March 12, 13, and 14. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m. in Juergens Gym on Juergens Stage. That is The Play That Goes Wrong. And you are listening to the music of Steve Colonel and the Chester High School Pep Band. Pep Band's been busy this season. They've had, I don't know how many games, but they've been playing at some of the girls' games in addition to all the boys' games, and the girls' tournament and the boys' tournament. And Steve Colonel was telling me just before the game that they have 2 more games this week, 1 more game next week, and then at least 2 more games whenever the Chester girls host the Class 2A IHSA sectional tournament. So they still have about 6 more performances before they switch gears and start working on contest music, and preparing for the spring concert. And that won't be until May. The Jacket Band playing Go You Yellow Jackets. That's the theme song, the fight song for CHS. And the band is lively tonight, I tell you what. All right, we're about to hear the buzzer to end the halftime, and we will soon begin open play with the Gibault Hawks having the basketball, it looks like, to start out the third quarter. Not a bad crowd on either side of the court for either school, especially considering it is a Tuesday evening. We didn't know. Usually if the weather's really bad, you might have better weather than when it's like it was today, almost 70 degrees here in Chester. A lot of people got out and did a lot of things today. And here comes the Gibault Hawks with the basketball to start out the second half action here at Chester High School in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium. Jackets are dressed in white with orange trim and black numbers. Gibault Hawks in their black uniforms trimmed in maroon with white numbers and white trim, white and maroon trim. The Jackets are going to be on the right side of your screen the second half, and the Gibault Hawks will be on the left side of your screen. It's the North versus the South in this second half. A nice feed inside to number 20, Chester's 23, Mitchell Leader. He can't get it to roll. Hawks get it, go coast to coast. They can't get theirs to roll. The score is still at 29-10. Neither team has scored. That's how the first half started. Jackets get the rebound, throw it out to Ramirez. No good. Rebounded by number 22, Nick Holdener. Shot up, no good. Rebound was tipped out to number 14, Caden Hewells. They kept the ball alive. A shot, a three ball, no good. Still rebounded by the Hawks. This time number 24 gets it, Evan Brown, and he puts it back in for 2 points. First points of the quarter. And the Yellow Jackets score. A score in each end. That was number 11, Jaden Ramirez. 31-12 at the 4:45 mark. Tell you what, the Hawks are not afraid to shoot that three ball. And when they want to drive, they do drive to the basket. Rebound by Chester's number 23, Mitchell Leader. And a drive in the middle by number 12, Cross Johnny, the 5'9 junior. He puts it in for two, 31-14. Jackets are alive. Jackets outscoring Gibault 4-2 in this early part of the third quarter. Coming into the ball game for Chester, number 55, Reed Fricky. Going to give Cale Springle a break, little breather. Jaden Ramirez bringing the ball down for the Jackets. And a reach and foul. Tried to get the jump ball. Number 14, Caden Hewells. Instead of getting the jump ball, he got a reaching foul. First team foul of the second half. It goes to Gibault. Ramirez can't get the ball out. Number 24 takes it away. And it's going to be called. Number 24 drives to the basket. Called for a charge. Evan Brown with the charge. His first personal foul, the second team foul. And the Jackets will take the ball back with 3:34 to play in the third quarter. This third quarter is going fast. Now, I mentioned that the other night in the ball game. And after I mentioned it, it drug out. Chester with the turnover. Gibault with the basketball, drive down the right side. Ramirez with the rebound. Cross Johnny takes the length of the floor. Gets it over to Ramirez, who drives the length, goes it in, puts it out to number 23. Mitchell Leader. And a score. Chester, number 12. Cross Johnny for 2. 31-16 now. A 6-2 run for Chester to start out the third quarter. And we are nearing the end of the third quarter. 2 minutes, 39 seconds remaining on the clock. And a timeout on the floor by Gibault. By the way, Gibault Junior Varsity is coached by head coach Trevor Davis. He's assisted by Terry Shocek. And Tony James is the head coach of the Junior Varsity Jackets. And he is assisted by head coach Varsity Chris Toledo, assistant coach Nick Severs, and assistant coach Bryce Bainter. After the timeout, Gibault is going to have the ball to inbounds. Inbounding for Gibault is number 12, Will Dalpause. Dylan Stuckmeyer in the ball game for Gibault, along with number 22, Nick Holden there. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Rusty Carando for the Jackets. Gets it over to Ramirez. Jaden Ramirez. Springle back out to Ramirez. Off the right side, Springle had an open layup. Couldn't get it to go. A rebound, a drive to the length of the floor by number 12, Will Dalpause. Can't get it to go for the Hawks. Hawks with excellent ball movement, quick, crisp passes. .34, Xandrick Phillips in the ball game for Gibault. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Springle. And out to Ramirez. 1:12 remaining in the third quarter here at Chester High School at 6:40 p.m. Shot off the right side by number 2, Rusty Carando. The 5'11 sophomore gives Chester 19 points. That's a 9-2 run by the Jackets in the third quarter. Nice drive down the lane by 34. Xandrick Phillips can't get it to go. Chester has the ball. Ramirez goes all the distance, and he is hacked on the way up for his left-handed layup. Foul on number 12, Will Dalpause. And that's going to send to the line number 11 for Chester, Jaden Ramirez. Clock is stopped at 35.8 seconds. First one's up, swish. Nothing but net for that one. And that's a 10-2 run for the Jackets, 31-20. Hawks still have a nice 11-point lead. Second one up, no good. Rebounded by Hawk number 40, Dylan Stuckmeyer. He's a freshman. And the clock's ticking, 25, 24, 23. Down under 10. Five, four. Shot up. Ooh, it hits the back of the rim. It was a three-quarter court shot by Chester. Couldn't get it to go. And at the buzzer, it's the Gibault Hawks, junior varsity 31, Chester High School junior varsity 20. And we have our Chester High School dance team coming back into Colbert Gymnasium. They've been over warming up. I don't know if they are going to perform at halftime or not. I have not been told. But if so, we will have it. Chester cheerleaders are here. I was down covering the Saluki game last Friday whenever the cheerleaders did their competition routine after the end of the second game. They rolled out the mats and did their competition routine. I wish I could have seen that. I hope somebody filmed it. And a steal by number 12 to start off the second half, Will Dalpaus, and he puts it in for two right off the bat. Full court pressure again. Dalpaus with another steal. Heavy pressure from the Hawks. And a little too much energy for Chester's Cannon Wolf. He took an extra step on his drive to the basket without dribbling. And it's a turnover back to Gibault. Out for Chester's number 55, Reed Fricky, and number 24, Cannon Wolf. Nice move outside by number 12, Will Dalpaus. Can't get it to roll. Rebounded by Chester, and they have the basketball. We're in the fourth quarter. Gibault up 33-20. 13-point lead for the JV Hawks. Xander Phillips putting on some heavy pressure on our point guard. Shot up by Chester, no good. Rebounded by number 40. Over to Cross Johnny, who banks it in for two. Into the ball game, number 14, Caden Hewells. Taking a break for the Hawks, number 34, Xandrick Phillips, the sophomore. 5:40 to go in this ball game. This is the junior varsity matchup. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by number 12, Dalpaus. Can't get it to go. Chester with the basketball. 5:08 on the clock. The shot up goes in and out by Chester's number 40, Luke Luthi, Jack Luthi. He is a 6-foot freshman. Sure want to develop his skills over the next year. And we have travel there. Number 32 got a little bit excited there. Jacob Kipping driving in the lane, and once he hit traffic, he started just sprinting, and he took a couple of steps without dribbling. Ball goes back to Chester. 4:33 on the clock. You're listening to Yellow Jacket basketball at Chester High School. This is game number 1 of 2. Nice play. Cale Springle couldn't get his first one to go, got his own rebound and banked it back in. 33-24. Nice play off the right side by Will Dalpause. That guy is a dynamo. Ever since I started pronouncing his name correctly, he's been really putting on a show for us. 3 ball off the right side by number 32, Jacob Kipping. Woo, quick run there by Gibault, 38-24. Jackets were just making some headway, and Gibault has taken back over. 38-24, 14-point lead with 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the ball game. I'm a very hoarse Jim Beers, who's been doing too much broadcasting the last 2 weeks, and my voice is starting to tell a story. Got the old throat lozenges here tonight, as well as a bottle of water. I'm going to be hoping to make it to the end of my rope. Tomorrow evening, I'm going to have to travel to Carterville, Illinois. Get this. My grandson, Marek, is in first grade. And they have, at Carterville, they have a program for kindergarten through third grade. And it's a school basketball program, and they play other schools or other teams. And he's playing some ball, and he's actually doing a great job this year. Shot off the left side by number 32, Jacob Kipping. But he goes to every SIU home basketball game, and he learns a lot from those guys. He's actually a friend of 2 or 3 of them that talk to him after every game. And he emanates their defense and their offensive skills, which aren't always the best, I will admit. But Mark has put them to good use. So Mark, great job so far this year in your early season of kindergarten through third grade basketball at Carterville, Tri-C School. At the line for Chester, number 2, Rusty Carando, 5'11", sophomore. Bingo. Nothing but net on that one. 40-25, 15-point lead. Jackets can cut into this with a shot here. They do. 14-point lead, 40-26. 3:12 to go in the ball game. Number 14, Hayden Hewells, couldn't keep a handle on the ball, tried to pass it up to number 12, Will Dalpause, and it goes out of bounds and back to Chester. Turnover. Full court pressure by the JV Hawks. Jaden Ramirez thought about it. Nice play, nice feed from Ramirez to Cale Springle. Give the assist to Jaden Ramirez. Springle puts it in for 2, 40-28. Cut the lead to 12 points. 3 ball off the right side, no good. Rebounded by number 12, Cross Johnny for Chester, and there's a foul on the floor. Foul on number 24 for the Hawks, Evan Brown. Here again, folks, if you is it Braun or is it Brown? In Chester, we usually pronounce this name Brown, but some people call B-R-A-U-N Braun. So you let me know if I'm doing it wrong, and I will correct. Chester shot no good, but Chester almost got it back. Chester dives. There's a fight on the floor. A full timeout, Hawks. That was an excellent defensive interaction there. Ball almost changed possessions 2 or 3 times. A lot of action there. And before the Hawks lost possession, they called a timeout to stop the clock with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Hawks are up 40-28. 12-point lead. JV Hawks have outscored Chester 9-8 so far in this final quarter. A close, hard-fought game. I see the Chester High School Pep Club, some of which are heavily weighted with football players over there in the stands behind the south basket. A nice, almost save by Gibault. Chester gets the deflection. 3-ball off the right side, number 23, Chester, Mitchell, leader. 40-31, Jackets are knocking on the door. 9-point deficit. Still a minute 53 in the ball game. That's a lot of time. And the Jackets have picked up their energy and their momentum in this third and fourth quarter. Jackets outscored Gibault in the third quarter 10-2 to get to where they are now, 40-31, a 9-point deficit to tie. Gibault with the basketball, Chester with full court pressure. Going to see if they can make Gibault have a mess up. Not so far. Gibault's taking their lead. Going to burn some clock here in the final minute 35. Foul on Chester's number 11, Jaden Ramirez. First team foul. Third foul on Jaden. Ramirez and Sprengel trying to trap number 12, Will Delpause, at about the half-court line. In the process, a reaching foul. That was on Sprengel. And I think that the Hawks got a break there. That pass was going to nobody, but Chester tipped it, hit it right at the last second. If they would have let it go out, the pass would have been out of bounds on Gibault. Foul this time on Chester's number 40, Jack Luthi. That stops the clock. With a minute 21, it's a non-shooting foul. Chester with 3 team fouls, Gibault with 2 team fouls. The Jackets are making the Hawks work hard. Foul, this time on Chester's number 2, Rusty Carando. These fouls are fouls they can give. Chester with 4 fouls now. They got nobody in foul trouble. Gibault to inbounds at about the 3/4 court mark. Chester with the steal. Minute 8 on the clock. Can they come down and cut into that 9-point lead? Foul on the floor. By Hawks, number 12. Foul on number 12, Will Dalpause. Chester to inbounds under their own basket with a minute 3 on the clock in this ball game. Three ball good off the far left side. Rusty Carondo and a Chester timeout to keep that clock stopped. 40 to 34. A 6-point lead with that 3 ball by Rusty Carondo. Jackets making a wonderful comeback. Is there enough time on the clock? Can they get enough stops? And can they come down and take advantage of any stops or turnovers that they get? Regardless of how this ball game turns out, it has been an exciting game in this second half. The Jackets were down 13-6 after one quarter, 29-10 at halftime after 2 quarters of play, 31-20 at the end of 3, and now in the fourth quarter it's 40-34. 58.9 seconds on the clock. Full court pressure on the Jackets. They call a timeout. They can't find anybody open, and Chester forces a timeout. Coach apparently did not see the player give the timeout side. He did bend over. I saw it from here. He did bend over and give the timeout sign. I can't swear which player it was at this time. I just remember the play. Great job of defense by the Jackets. Turnover goes to Chester. They have the ball. Three ball, no good. Rebounded by 32. Jacob Kipping. And Jaden Ramirez with a foul to stop the clock. That's his 4th and the team's 5th. And that's going to put the Hawks at the line. With 42.8 seconds on the clock. First shot up, it's good. That's Will Dalpause, a sophomore. Makes it 41-34. Next shot up and in. Gets the roll off the front to the back and in the hoop. Clock's ticking, shot up, no good. Rebounded by number 34 again, Xandrick Phillips. Clock is going to tick, tick, tick. And a hard, high pass that can't be handled by Will Dalpause. That turns over to Chester with 18.7 seconds on the clock. Three ball, very short. Once again, rebounded by number 24, Evan Brown. And the clock is going to end up with Xandrick Phillips with the basketball all by himself on the south end of the court. And as the buzzer sounds, the Yellow Jackets will fall 42-34 to the JV Gibault Hawks. Fine play by both teams. It was a good, clean game. And I got to put my hats off to the Jackets for coming back hard in the second half. So the Chester High School cheerleaders, you probably see them, the cheerleaders and the dance team on the floor to begin the 3-song pregame show. This is a tradition here at Chester High School. Three different songs, 3 different dancing and cheering routines. As Steve Colonel and the Chester High School Pep Band performed the Chester High School song, the Loyalty Song. They would call it alma mater in college. Here at Chester High School, they call it the alma mater or the loyalty song or the school song. Take your choice, but you get the message what it is. That was the Chester High School Loyalty Song, performed by the Chester High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Steve Colonel. And I haven't mentioned this yet tonight. I usually mention it quite a bit because the Colonels, Mr. and Mrs. Colonel, Steve and Sue, are the band directors. Sue is at the Chester Grade School, and Mr. Colonel is here at the high school. They are both going to retire at the end of this school year. And that is going to leave a huge, huge hole for the Chester High School and grade school music programs. So we can only hope and pray that we get some good applications in these final weeks to keep this music program going. That is one major consistent thing that's been going on here at Chester High School since the early 50s is excellent music programs. 3 key band directors, 3 major eras kept this thing going to a great extent. Back in the 50s and early 60s, it was the Wayne Thorne era. Wayne Thorne retired, after which John A. Birchler graduated from Southern Illinois University and came to work at Chester High School after, I think, a year at Steelville. And he had about 30-some years at Chester High School. He was an icon. And then now the iconic Steve Colonel, who's been here for, I think, 32 or 30. He's been in music for 32 or 33 years. He started out, I think, down in Southern Illinois. I can't think of what town it was right now. Valmeyer? I don't know. Not Valmeyer. Anyway, he's been at Chester for over 31 years. And it's going to be a big loss when the Colonels leave. So let's pray that we do get some good applicants to come in and take over that program for Mr. and Mrs. Steve and Sue Colonel. Now you have the Chester High School cheerleaders over doing their welcoming cheer to welcome the Chester boys onto the court. The Gibault Hawks have already taken the court to warm up. Your Chester dance team is on the floor right in front of us. The cheerleaders off to your right, upper right corner of your TV screen. And here come the Chester Yellow Jackets, led by the only senior, Trey Peters. And the Yellow Jackets are ready to take on the Gibault Hawks. And we just had a very nice, honest Gibault Hawk father come by and tell me that my wallet had just fallen out of my back sweatpants and onto the floor. I think I'm going to move that up here to my camera bag because I can't afford to lose any more money than I already have. And to recap the first game, after 1 quarter of play, it was the Gibault Hawks 13, Chester High School 6. After 2 quarters of play, at halftime, it was Gibault 29, Chester 10. After the third quarter, it was Gibault 31, Chester 20. Chester outscored the Hawks 10-2 in the third quarter, and now in the fourth quarter, it was Chester 34, Gibault Hawks 42. Chester lost, but not without a valiant effort. They really, really played hard and came back. And at one point, it was down to, I think, 6 points. And then Gibault just couldn't stop themselves. They had to keep on scoring, and the Jackets fall 42-34. 8-point lead was not that bad of a deal. Actually, Chester outscored Gibault 14-11 in that fourth quarter, but Gibault had a big enough lead of cushion to land on, and that saved the Hawks. And now the final of 4 songs, I guess, in this pregame show. We're down to 12 minutes and 19 seconds before tip-off. Stadium announcer Mike Lawhead will have the opening and starting lineups for both teams. Want to remind everyone that tonight the girls, Chester High School Lady Jackets, are playing at Carlisle. The Jackets are on a 4-game winning streak. They have now improved to 16-11 overall and 4-4 in the Cahokia Conference Illinois Division. And that probably puts them either in third place or tied for fourth. I don't know how other teams have performed this week. But the Jackets are coming into this last week. It's week number 13 of 13 regular season weeks. And it is tonight they are playing their 28th game of the season. In the Class 2A IHSA Regionals, which start next week, the regional quarterfinals actually are going to start this Saturday. And Chester is in the Heron Regional. On Saturday, number 8 DuQuoin and number 9 Heron will battle it out at 11 o'clock. The winner of that game will advance to Monday night's game, February 16th at 6 p.m. at Heron against number 1 Benton. On Monday night at 7:30, Monday night the 16th, Chester, number 4 Chester will host number 5 West Frankfort in the regional semifinals. The winner of the Chester-West Frankfort game will play the winner of the Benton-DuQuoin-Heron game. And that final game, the championship, will take place on Thursday night, the 19th, at 6:30 p.m. at Heron High School. Good luck, Lady Jackets. You've had a great season, and we will talk more about them a little later on down the stretch. The boys are hosting Gibault tonight. Murfreesboro will come to town this Saturday, February the 14th. That was a game that was snowed out during the bad snowstorm several weeks ago. And this Friday is going to be Chester High School senior night, when they will honor our one senior, Trey Peters, in a senior night ceremony here at Chester High School. And we do not know at this point what the regionals look like for the Yellow Jacket boys. if you are a Saluki fan, the Salukis won big pretty good, 80-65 last night at Indiana State. Both teams came into the game with an identical 10-14 record. The Salukis won 80-65 to improve to 11-14 and 5-9 in the Missouri Valley Conference. On Thursday evening this week, they will return home to host Evansville on Thursday, and then on Sunday afternoon, a rare Sunday afternoon game at 1 o'clock, the Bradley Braves will come down to Salukiville for their second to the last home game. They travel to Drake on the 18th and to UNI on the 21st. They will play the last game of the season against Indiana State here at Saluki Stadium at the Banterra Center on the 25th. The Missouri Valley Tournament this year in St. Louis, it's Arch Madness. That takes place on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th of March. Okay, I have just been informed by our head technician here, Aiden Bleckley, that we had some incorrect information before the game. The senior night is next Tuesday for Chester High School boys. Next Tuesday, February 17th, that's when Westland High School will come to battle the Jackets on senior night. The Jackets have 4 in a row here at Chester, and they will travel to Murfreesboro on this Friday the 14th. Otherwise, they have ended up with Redbud home, Gibault home tonight, Sparta home Thursday night, and then Westland home on next Tuesday for senior night. I apologize for my misinformation. Chester High School Pep Band performing under the direction of Mr. Steve Colonel. Glad to have them with us tonight. Would like to remind everyone once again, if you come to the game, anytime the Yellow Jackets hit a three-point shot or the Lady Jackets hit a three-point shot, free t-shirts go into the audience. Yes, it's the Yellow Jacket First and 10 Club for the 32nd year in a row. For 33 years, local sponsors have come together to provide the annual three-point shot club. Thanks to our loyal sponsors, 23 this year: Silkworm Incorporated, Buena Vista National Bank, Lawhead Service Station, Mayor Joe Agemeyer and the City of Chester, State Farm Insurance, Andy's Auto Body, Rosier's Country Market, First Baptist Church of Chester, Swibco and Robinson Transportation. You know, they carry the Jackets. Victor's Medicenter Pharmacy, Matt McCoy and Country Financial, Tequila's Mexican Restaurant, Memorial Hospital of Chester, Tim Hall Construction, Gilster Mary Lee Corporation, Chester Insurance Agency, Scott Rust and the Chester Dairy Queen, River City Auto Center, Dietrich Bank of Chester, Vasquez Fitness Center, and our 3 newest sponsors, Mom and Pop's Pizza, good, Tommy Creason and Four Seasons Crappie Fishing, and Grace Church of Chester. Thank you to our 23 loyal sponsors who have helped to keep us going for 32 years in a row with our three-point shot club. Four minutes and 20 seconds until tip-off time. Stadium announcer Mike Lawhead is anxiously awaiting across the floor to announce the starting lineups. That will take place after the Chester High School Pep Band performs the national anthem, Your Star-Spangled Banner. After which we'll have tip-off, and the varsity teams from Gibault High School and Chester High School will battle it out to see who is going to win this year's game at Chester High School. This band has played continuously since the final buzzer of the first game. Mr. Colonel has these guys fired up, guys and gals, I should say. He's been relentless this year. They do not have hardly a minute to breathe. But that's good. A lot of good music. We've had people all year long coming up to various ones of us here at Chester High School, various coaches, players, staff members, the ticket ladies, and telling us how much they really do love coming here because they love to hear the Chester High School Pep Band. And that is a true fact, and that has been going on. I talked earlier about how we've had 3 big major areas of music in Chester. And I tell you what, it continues till today, and people have always loved the Chester High School bands, and we're very, very glad to have Steve Colonel and Sue Colonel as our grade school and high school band directors. And that's the popular Hey song. Everybody says hey at that one point. I got to thinking about that next Tuesday, February 17th, when Westland comes to town, and it is senior night. And it literally will be a senior night for the Yellow Jackets because we only have one senior.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chester High School. And
the Lady Jackets had their senior night on Tuesday. Or no, it was last week. And they had a great game. And they have 6 seniors on that squad. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Under the direction of Mr. Steve Colonel.
Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem by Steve Colonel and the Chester High School Pep Band. And now for stadium announcer Mike Lawhead with our starting lineups. First for Gibault. Number 11, Jack Holston. Number 20, Colby Knolson. Deontay Giatino. One of the starters also Nolan Snell. And number 44, Evan Nibrigi. A junior, number 10, Talon James. Number 13, Trey Peters, our only senior. Number 21, Tashawn Palacio. Number 32, a junior, Trey McCartney. And number 33, Zane Eggemeyer, a junior. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Chris Toledo. He's assisted by Nick Sievers, Tony James, and Bryce Bainter. The Hawks are coached by head coach Dennis Reuter, assisted by Terry Schodik, Tim Augustine, Trevor Davis, and Dan Nibrigi. And I'm sorry if I messed up those starting lineups for Gibault, but I do not see a number 44, and he's starting a number 44 on the Gibault Hawks. I guess I was not provided with that. But we'll try to find out as we go on. Now to start off the game, it's going to be number 21, Tashawn Palacio, and number 40, Deontay Gianio. Chester with a tip. Jackets can't keep their handle on the ball, and it goes out of bounds and goes back, or goes to Gibault. Not a good start for the Jackets on their first possession. We're about 30 seconds into the first quarter. Here at Chester High School, it's the Chester High School Varsity Yellow Jackets hosting the Varsity Gibault Hawks. Shot up, no good. Rebound by McCartney, Chester's McCartney. Trey Peters in charge of the offense out there on the top of the key, number 13. Over to James, into Tashawn Palacio. He's covered by three men, and it's going to be foul. It's going to be a bumping foul. And that will be number 40, Deontay Giannino. Sending to the line, number 21 for Chester, Tashawn Palacio. First shot up and good. First points of the game, matter of fact. Palacio up with a second shot. It's off the front end, rebounded by number 40, Deontay Giannino. Chester leads 1-0 at the 7:04 mark. Took a minute for either team to score. And that was a very small 1-point score, but Chester will take it. Shot off the far side, no good. Rebounded by number 44. We don't have his name. Sorry about that, Mom and Dad. 44 with a three-pointer, no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Tashawn Palacio. Gets it up to Talon James for 2 points. Nice score, a nice feed by Palacio. Chester 3-0 at the 5:49 mark. Basket by number 40, Dante Giannino. 3-2 the score. Chester turns the ball over. Gibault takes it down, gets it over to the left side. Ball up, no good. And a bumping foul. Foul on Gibault, number 40, Dante Giannino. He'll come out for a breather. Trey Peters gets the ball across the half-court line over to Eggemeyer. Trey McCartney tied up, gets the ball back out to Peters. Gibault putting on some pretty heavy-duty offense there, and they force a turnover on the Jackets. They can't hold on to the ball on their end of the court, and it's going to go back to Chester here at the 4:40 mark. Both teams playing some pretty heavy-duty defense here this evening so far. A lot of good hustle on the court. Gibault picking up Chester's point guard at the three-quarter mark, at the court mark. Eggemeyer with a shot, up and out and in. Up, out, and in. Five to 2 Chester with 4:07 to play in the first quarter. A nice rolling layup off the far side, number 20, Colby Cancillo. He scored both of the Gibault points so far this game. Tashawn Palacio with a nice feed to Trey McCartney. He can't hold on to it. He took off dribbling to the basket before the ball was in his hands, and it went out of bounds. Nobody near it. The turnover gives the ball back to Gibault. 3:44 on the clock. Chester up by 1 point, 5-4. Basketball in the hands of the Hawks, and they are in their maroon uniforms with white numbers. Chester in their white uniforms with black numbers. Nice pull-up jumper by number 11, Jack Holston. Gibault takes a lead, 6-5. They had a 1 point lead earlier in the game. Turnover and a drive the length of the floor by number 22, Oscar Sidris. He can't get it to roll. Nobody was around him to defend. Three-point shot, no good by Talon James. And a trip down the court. And a foul on Chester's number 13, Trey Peters, his first of the night. The first team foul for the Jackets. That'll send to the line number 11, Jack Holston, with the clock stopped at 2:40. First shot goes front, back, and then off the front again. Into the ball game, number 15 for Chester, Cale Springle. giving number 32 a break. Trey McCartney for Chester. Second shot up by number 11, Jack Holston, is good. That gives the Hawks a 7-5 lead. Hawks with full court man-to-man pressure on the inbounds. We have number 11, Will Dowpaws, in the game again for the Varsity this time. He was a key factor in that win in the JV game. And it looks like he's a pretty much of a key Varsity player also. Ball out of bounds on the Hawks. But that was a result of some pretty heavy-duty defense down there. Ball went out of bounds. Chester with the basketball. And a reaching foul there. Foul on Chester's, 21 to Sean Palacio. Ball will go back now to the Hawks. Basket, Jack Holston. Nine to 5, Jackets haven't scored since the 4-minute and 7-second mark. Tashawn Palacio for the Jackets. 9 to 7 here at the 1:18 mark. Shot up, no good. Another shot off the left side, no good. Rebounded by 44. Back out to 24. Evan Brown. And the clock ticks under a minute here in the first quarter at Chester High School. 3 ball, no. But another rebound. The Hawks have had 4 rebounds in a row. And they rebound, put it back, and a foul. Number 22, Oscar Cedrus. Chance for a 3-point play with 48.8 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. At the line, number 22, Oscar Cedrus. He's a junior. Shots up, no good. Score stays at 11 to 7. Clock down to 36, and we're going to have a Chester timeout. With 37.1 seconds on the clock. We are still in the first quarter, 37.1 seconds. It's been a tight game so far. Chester started out with a 3-0 lead. It wasn't until the 5:33 mark that the Hawks scored their first points of the game when Dante Giannino scored. He came back again a few seconds later and scored another basket to give the Hawks their only 4 points of the ball game. It was 5-4 at that point, Chester. But then the Hawks had their first lead at the 3:09 mark whenever number 11, Jack Holston, banked in a shot for 2 points. Jackets with the basketball. And it's Tashawn Palacio made a fall-away jumper for 2. 11 to 9 Jackets with 16 seconds on the clock. Clock is ticking. Down to 8, 7, 6. And no good. Ball doesn't hit the rim. And at the buzzer to end the first quarter, it is the Gibault Hawks 11, the Chester Yellow Jackets 9. An exciting, action-packed, hard-played first quarter. The Gibault Hawk cheerleaders on the court. Yellow Jacket cheerleaders over on the far upper right-hand corner of your screen. Politely sitting down while the visiting Hawk cheerleaders cheer. Looks like 6, 7, 8 Hawk cheerleaders here this evening. Woo, we've seen some good basketball. Unfortunately, the JV game didn't turn out like we wanted. Okay, I've heard from the scores table now. The number 44 that we don't have on our varsity list is the 44 that was on your JV list, Evan Niebrigi. Evan Niebrigi. So we're going to add him to our list here. Number 44, Evan Niebrigi. And Evan actually started this game, but he is on the JV list, not the varsity list. And for some reason, he's starting on the varsity tonight. He is a sophomore. First points of the second quarter, Jack Holston, number 11. 14 to 9. That was a 3-ball. And a 3-ball. Off the right side by Chester's number 13, Trey Peters. So both teams traded three-point baskets. And a shot off the left side by Gibault. Trey McCartney having a hard time holding on to it. The defense is really tight out there by the Hawks. The Hawks are right up on the Jackets. And that ball will stay with Chester, the light-favored Chester on that tie-up. Peters inbounds to Sean Palacio. And there we go again, another deflection. 3-ball, no good off the red side by Chester. Number 11, Jack Holston, rebound. A shot from the top of the key, number 30. Number 20, I'm sorry, Colby, I don't know how to say it, Canoli. Sorry. Peters again, in and out, no good. Rebounded by number 24 for Gibault, Evan Brown. And a foul on number 32, Trey Peters. Oh, I'm sorry, Trey McCartney. We got a T-R-E-Y and a T-R-A-Y on Chester. Trey Peters is the number 13, a senior, and number 32 is a junior, Trey McCartney. Chester's foul number 10, Talon James. That's his first, the second team foul for the Jackets. That's going to send to the line number 30 for Gibault, Nolan Snell, a junior. First shot is no good. We're at the 5:34 mark of this ball game. Gibault up 18-12. He makes the second one. (19-12). Palacio inside with the ball. Every time the Jackets get the ball in their hands, Gibault has lightning fast hands, and they're apparently not fouling, but they're reaching in, getting the ball, and I don't know how many steals there have been with the quick hands of the Gibault Hawks. Foul on the Jackets. It's not a shooting foul. Gibault with the basketball. On the right side of your TV screen, they're in maroon with white numbers. This time a foul. The defense is so tight out there. They're battling. This time it's on number 30, Nolan Snell from Gibault. Gives the ball back to Chester. Shot by Palacio, no good. Rebounded by number 44, Evan Niebrigi. .430 mark of the second quarter. Here at Chester High School, it's the Gibault Hawks visiting the Chester Yellow Jackets this evening. This varsity game has been very tight and very quick. A lot of action. Three ball, no good. Rebounded by Tashawn Palacio. Gets it out to Peters. 4-minute mark coming up right now. And Chester throws the ball to one of the Gibault assistant coaches. He didn't want it. He didn't want to go in. He did not take the floor. Ball goes back to Gibault with 3:59 on the clock. Gibault enjoys a 7-point lead. Gibault with the basketball. This is, by the way, a non-conference game. Follow-away jumper, no good by number 11, Jack Holston. Jackets with the rebound. Get the ball down to Eggemeyer, over to Peters. The Hawks play very, very tight defense. They're good at double teaming. And another steal on a lob pass inside. A deflection and a reception by number 20, Colby Kinkloe. I don't know. Sorry for that. Three ball, no good. Rebounded by Palacio. Out to Peters. Peters down to James. No good on the three. And a rebound by Niebrigi. And a reach-in foul on 32. Chester's 32. That is Trey McCartney. That'll be his second and the team's fourth. We are at the 2:53 mark of the ball game. Nice stop there by the Jackets. They blocked off the lane. Triple teamed the Hawk. Number 11, good execution again, but can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Palacio, gets it out to Peters. McCartney with the three ball. It's in there and it's good. When McCartney gets hot, I don't want to jinx him, but when he gets hot with that three, he is unstoppable. 19-15. And we have a very tough foul over there. McCartney fell down, tripped Niebrugge, who fell to the floor. The foul is on McCartney. And that will be his third here with still a minute 52 remaining. That puts the Gibault Hawks in the bonus. At the line, number 44, Evan Niebrugge, with the clock stopped at 1:52. First shot is good. That makes it 20-15. Jackets down by 5. Niebrugge has a chance here with a shot. It's in. And that's 21-15 with a 1 minute and 51 seconds on the clock in the first half. Palacio with one of his famous moves inside. It gets the roll, and he is fouled. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Palacio is usually very accurate at the line. See if he can complete this 3-point play. No, it bounces out, and it's rebounded by number 12, Will Dupause. Dowpause. (21-17) with a minute 22 on the clock. And I'm being joined here by the Chester High School dance team, who is getting ready. They are getting ready to go out on the court for their halftime performance. So that answers my question. Earlier, we didn't know if they were going to perform or not, and they are. Talent James, another 3-point expert for Chester, with a 3. 21-20. Jackets down by 1 now with 59, 58, 56, 55. Rebound. Talent James with the rebound for Chester. Gets it back to Peters. 49 seconds on the clock. The Jackets can take a lead with a basket now. Anna looks like a foul, a reach-in foul. Zay Nagemeyer was driving to the basket, about ready to put up his shot. And there was a reach-in foul there on Gibault. Jackets will inbounds the ball underneath their own basket here with 40 seconds on the clock. Eggemeyer with the ball. Over to Rusty Carando in the ball game, number 2. With McCartney in foul trouble. And it's Talent James again. Number 10 for 3. 23-21, Chester with a lead with 13 seconds on the clock. Clock's ticking, they're at 7-6. A fall-away jumper, and it looks like we have a charge. Foul was on number 20 with a charge, Colby Kincleo. Kincleo? How about that? I don't know. 4.5 on the clock. Jackets with the basketball. Can they score? Can they take advantage of this 4 seconds on the inbounds? Talon James couldn't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds to the Chester bench and back to Redba with 3.3 seconds on the clock. A shot is up at the buzzer. No good. Doesn't even hit the rim. And the Jackets have a 23-21 lead here to end the first half. They've come back in miraculous form to have a lead 23-21 at halftime. And now, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of you, in the center of your screen, should be the Chester High School dance team.
For your halftime entertainment, the CHS Dance Team.
The DJ's let's go.
Woo. High energy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And that was your Chester High School dance team. That was a high energy hip hop mix of a lot of different songs. I couldn't even tell you who all they were. I want to tell you who they were, though. The ladies that did your dancing was Hayden Cartwright, Anna Helvey Ehring, Southern LaChance, Megan Zimmer, Aubrey Petrowski, Macy Van Zant, Katie Werner, Jaden Burt, Grace Irose, Justice Mattingly, Peyton Mull, and Kennedy Norton. The dance team is coached by head coach Adrienne Kern, and she's assisted by Bailey Mizaraka and Emily Roth. That was your Chester High School dance team halftime performance. They performed 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday night down at Southern Illinois University when SIU hosted the University of Northern Iowa. And they did a fantastic job. 6,730 people on hand to watch the Chester High School dance team perform at SIU Carbondale. Tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take a quick break and get a drink, stretch my legs, and we will be back in about 3 to 4 minutes. This is Jim Beers with your broadcast. Very glad to be with you tonight. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and we will see you in about 3 or 4 minutes. Thanks a lot. And we are back at Chester High School. It's almost time to start the third quarter here at Chester High School. The Chester Yellow Jackets taking a slim 23-21 lead right here, but right before the buzzer to end the first half. They were down 21-15 at the 152 mark, and then came on with 2 3-pointers and a 2-pointer, 8 points in the last minute and 30 seconds to take a nice 2-point lead going into the second half of this ball game. I'm Jim Beers with your broadcast tonight. We hope you're enjoying the show. A nice balmy, I don't know what it is right now. When I came in, it was a balmy 70 degrees outside. Let's see what it is right now. We'll check our weather. Down to 51 right now, but that's still not bad considering just a week ago we were in the teens, and right before that we were in the 2 and 3 and 4 mark. So we'll take 51 right now. About ready to kick off the third quarter, second half action here at Chester High School. It's the Chester High School Yellow Jackets hosting the Gibault Hawks. This is a varsity matchup. In the earlier junior varsity game, it was Gibault 42, Chester 34, 8-point lead. Chester came back. They were down 13-6 after one quarter, 29-10 at halftime, 31-20 after the third quarter, and 42-34 at the final buzzer. The Jackets outscored Gibault 24-14 in the second half, but they had too much of a deficit to make that work in their favor for the win. Gibault starts off the second half with the basketball. Their shot no good. Trey McCartney back into the game for the Jackets. Trey Peters, he starts off with a 3-ball to start the third quarter. (26-21) at 7:30. Gibault with a 3-ball, no good, off the front part of the rim, barely kissed the rim. Chester with the rebound. Chester now fired up. They've picked up where they left off to end the first half. Niebrigge over to number 20, Colby Kinchloe. Shot no good off the middle. Rebounded by Trey McCartney. Gets it out to Peters. Trey Peters, our only senior on the Jackets team. McCartney out to Palacio. When Palacio gets that ball, he's going somewhere, and he does it again. I saw it from this viewpoint. He got the basketball at the head of the key, drove into the basket, put it up, and drew the foul. Can he complete the 3-point play? Deshaun Palacio. Yes, he does. 2 points plus 1 equals 3 points. 29-21 here in the opening minute and a half of the third quarters. And the Hawks call a timeout here at the 6:28 mark. Jackets have picked up right where they left off at the end of the first half. They had an 8-0 run. Actually a 10-0 run to end the second quarter. And now a 6-0 run to start out. The third quarter, I'm sorry. Having a little trouble with this voice tonight. Gibault with the basketball. In the maroon, and a pass goes into number 40, who turned the wrong way, and the ball went right past him. Nobody tipped it out or anything, just went right out of bounds. Chester with the turnover, or takes the ball after the Gibault turnover. Eggemeyer spins, looks, gets it to Palacio. Palacio looks, he's thinking. Is he going to drive? Nope, he gives it off to Eggemeyer again. 3 ball, no good by McCartney. It looked good. Gibault with the basketball. Nice move inside by number 44, Evan Niebrigi. 29-23. 3 ball in and out by Peters. .5:18 on the clock. Gibault with the basketball. 29-23, Jackets up with a 6-point lead. They get it inside to Niebrigi, who can't get a shot off. Gives it over 24. A fall away jumper. He puts it in. Number 20, Kobe Kincloy. .29-25. And Rhett looks like a steal by number 30, Nolan Snell, and a reach-in foul on number 10, Chester's Talon James. So now we have the Hawks with a 4-0 run after that Hawks timeout at the 6:28 mark. We're now at 4:32. Niebrigi with a 3 ball. The big man, the inside man, decides, I'll take a 3. 28-29. This is how Chester came back. And Chester with a no good shot. Hawks with the basketball once again. A 3 ball from the top of the key. It's good by number 11, Jack Holson. 31-29. The table has turned on the Yellow Jackets. With 3:47 to go, the Hawks have gone on a 10-0 run. A 10-0 run to take over the lead. They were down 29-21. They were down by 8 after the Yellow Jacket run. And with the clock stopped now and a Chester timeout at the 3:47 mark, the Hawks have regained the lead. 2-point lead, 31-29. We're in the third quarter here at Chester High School. It's Yellow Jacket basketball. Our guests this evening are the Gibault Hawks. They're not in our Cahokia Conference Illinois division, but we are glad to have them. We usually play one game at least a year with Gibault, home and away. Every other year. We don't play home and away in the same year. Trey McCartney with a 3, no good. Rebounded by Palacio. He's going to take it upon himself, and he does it with his patented in and out 360-degree move. Tie ball game, 31-31 at the 3:18 mark. Gibault with the basketball to your left. Maroon uniforms. Niebrigi drives in, but throws it out to number 20, Kobe Kincloy. .34-31. Hawks have the lead again. Both teams refusing to give in. Palacio with the ball. He saves it, and it goes, the save goes back to number 20 for Gibault. He drives the length of the floor. Colby Cancillo puts it in. 36-31. With 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. Hawks number 44 foul. That's the first personal for Evan Niebrigge. Jackets have the ball underneath their own basket. Trey Peters to inbounds. Gets it in to Talon James. Into Sean Palacio. He loves being in there on that three-point line. And he makes some excellent moves in there. Foul on number 40 for Gibault. Dante Giannino at the line. Number 21 to Sean Palacio for Chester. Ball up and in. Here with the clock stopped at 1:59. 32 for the Jackets, 36 for Gibault. Into the game, number 2, Chester's Rusty Corando, giving Trey McCartney a breather. Palacio's second one doesn't fall. Gibault with the basketball on the left side of your screen in maroon uniforms. Chester in white. We are here at Chester's Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court. Shot very short, barely hit the rim. Rebounded by Palacio, given out to Peters. Over to Eggmeyer. Back out to Peters. 1:26 on the clock. Get it into Palacio, barely. He's double teamed, triple teamed. It looks like the ball's going to go out. The loose ball was hit out by Talon James, and the turnover gives the ball back to the Hawks with 1:14 on the clock. Up by 4, 36-32 in the third quarter. You're in the third quarter. And a travel. Talon James stepped in the path of number 22, who was about to drive. Oscar Gidris was about to make a move to the basket, and he got tripled up with his legs. James didn't knock him down, didn't touch him, but he fell into James, and the ball turns over to Chester. We're under a minute in the third quarter, 54 seconds on the clock. Peters drives all the way to the floor, gets it to James. Over to Peters, into Palacio. You know what's going to happen there? No, he feeds it off to Zane Eggmeyer, and Zane puts it in. Unselfish move by Palacio. 36-34. 2-point lead with 29 seconds on the clock in the third period. If you're not here, you should be. An exciting basketball this evening. And a timeout by the Hawks here with 19.5 seconds to remain in the third quarter. Coming off the timeout with 19.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Gibault with a slim 2-point lead, 36-34. Gibault will have the basketball. Inbounding for Gibault is number 11, Jack Holston. He gets it over to number 20, Colby Gincello. Fall-away jumper. He made it the last one. Palacio with the ball, and the buzzer sounds. Jackets make that Peters. He made one of his quarterback passes all the way down, misses the basket, but the third quarter ends 36-34, a slim lead by the Gibault Hawks. Chester High School cheerleaders on the court. I wish I had my camera out when they faced us. Doggone it. Missed the picture. But the girls are doing a great job. They are doing I forgot to mention this earlier, they are doing their annual cheer camp this week. And I believe they'll be in action tomorrow night, Wednesday, Thursday night, and then on Friday night for the boys' game, whenever Sparta comes to town, the girls are going to be performing along with, or actually the little girls and our boys from the camp will be performing a routine. And I don't know if it's going to be in between games or at the halftime of the varsity. Chester to inbounds to start the fourth quarter. Chester down by 2, 36-34. James into Palacio. He gets it over to Rusty Carondo. And a shot off the rim. It goes over the lip by Talon James. Tie ball game, 36-36 at the 7:32 mark. 39-36, a three ball by the Hawks gives them the lead again. Rusty Carondo with an attempted three, no good. Gibault with the basketball. We're in the final quarter. We're down the final stretch here of this exciting game. It's gone back and forth ever since the first quarter. Jump shot in the middle by number 30, Nolan Snell. (41-36). How fast the tables can turn and change the scores. Another floater down the middle by James. That one doesn't fall, and the ball goes back to the Hawks. If Jackets cannot connect on a few of these quick ones here, they can't afford to let the Hawks get a big deficit. 5-point deficit now. Jumper inside and out. It ends up in the hands of one of the smaller guys on the court, Talon James, and there's going to reach in foul. This time it's on number 40, Dante Giannano. He's a sophomore. First team foul for the Hawks. Gibault Catholic School here this evening visiting with us from Waterloo, Illinois. Jackets down by 5, but that can change very quickly, as we saw at the end of the third quarter. Peters off the left side, no good. Rebounded by Talon James. Gets it out for a three ball to McCartney. McCartney was out with foul trouble. He's back with a three-pointer, 39-41, down by 2 with 5:26 on the clock. Trey McCartney back in the ball game. Got 2 threes on the evening, I believe. Spent a lot of time on the bench with his 3 fouls. Niebrugge with a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Tashawn Palacio. Gets it up to McCartney again, and a bump foul from behind. The ball goes out of bounds, and that foul's on number 11, Jack Holston. The ball goes out of bounds. Chester will inbounds right under their own basket with 4:55 on the clock. Down by 2. Palacio's right there. He's dangerous. And a sweep layup off the left side. Tashawn Palacio +2 ties the ball game. 41-41. And a three ball by Jack Holston gives them the lead again, 44-41. Another three ball off the left side by number 20, Colby Quincello. (47-41). Jackets get right back in the ball game. And the Hawks come back with an answer for everything the Jackets are doing. 3:50 on the clock. Gibault with the basketball. Gibault up by 6 this time. We're in the fourth quarter. Another three ball, this time again by number 20, Colby Quincello. That's 3 threes in a row for Gibault. That is what is saving their necks here in this game. Just when they need it. A feed inside from Eggemeyer to Talon James. The assist by Eggemeyer to James, +2. 43-50. Down by 7. Jackets need to get a stop and a couple of scores here. Foul on Talon James, number 10. That's his 3rd foul. First team foul of the fourth quarter. Gibault will inbounds underneath their own basket on the south end of the stadium. Right underneath the Yellow Jacket Pep Club, which is very, very tame tonight. Very quiet and very tame. And we have a timeout. Timeout by the Yellow Jackets here at the 2:57 mark. And that's the Chester High School Pep Band playing a very fast and loud, and I thought it was pretty jumbled. When they play that fast, it's kind of hard to play it cleanly. Anyway, go you Yellow Jackets. I couldn't tell what it was for the first 8 to 10 bars. Anyway, Steve Colonel and the Pep Band, glad to have you guys with us tonight. And the buzzer sounds to end the timeout. Jackets down by 7, 50-43, 2:57 on the clock. We'll see what Coach Toledo can cook up here for the Jackets. The last time there was timeout, and it was by the Hawks, and they came back and made that big run at the end of the third quarter. So we'll see what happens after the Chester timeout. And a travel. Number 20, Colby Quincello. He's going to leave the court. He must have twisted his ankle or something coming into the game for the Hawks. Will Dalpause, number 12. And Colby Chloe goes out with a twisted or hurt ankle of some sort. A reach-in foul that time on number 22, Oscar Jedris. That's his second personal, the third team foul. 2 more fouls before the Jackets are going to get the bonus. Jackets need some quick points here. They got to make up 7 points with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Gibault was playing tight defense. Hands all over the backs. They're leaning on the Chester players. Trey McCartney with a 3-ball that doesn't even hit the rim. And the ball goes back to the Hawks. With 2:12 on the clock, Jackets needed a score there. Nice move. Floor burn you. Trey McCartney dives for the ball, and it goes out of bounds. The referee says off on the Hawks. The Hawk fans didn't seem to think so. I didn't see it either. I thought McCartney dove and it was off of his arm. But it stays with Chester anyway. Minute 55 on the clock. Down by 7, 50-43. Chester needs a basket. There he is. James, the three-point expert, doesn't get that one to fall. Ball goes back to the Hawks with 1:30 left in the ball game. A nice drive in the middle, and a shot goes up by number 40, Dante Giannano. He's fouled. He'll be going to the line with the clock stopped. The clock is stopped at 1:25. At the line, number 40. Dante Nino. Misses both. 50-43, Jackets have a chance. Only down by 7. They need 7 to tie. But they do need a basket. Nice move by Deshaun Palacio. When he gets that ball, he can move. If he's got 4 feet to go, he does it. Now Jackets down by 5. With 1:05 on the clock, Chester down 50-45, and the lights have gone out in Chester. We don't know what happened there. Oh, I think the Gibault bus driver leaned up against the wall. He didn't realize that the new light switches are just like regular light switches. They're on the wall. A lot easier to work. There used to be a steel little round thing with a little thing you had to take a coin and turn the lights off and on. And they finally, after about 55 years, replaced those little steel things with regular light switches. But the bad thing is, which I don't think it's bad, who would have known the guy would have leaned up on him just right. But he turned all the lights out in the stadium here for about 5-10 seconds until the police officer who knew what happened went over and turned them back on. Gibault with the basketball, 1:05 on the clock. Jackets are going to have to foul to stop things here. They don't call a foul. Chester gets a steal. It goes back to Gibault, and they did a reach-in foul with 55.2 on the clock. 55.2 on the clock. Ball is going to stay with Gibault. And there's a Gibault timeout at this point in time. And that was the Chester High School pep band with another very fast Go You Yellow Jackets. They wanted to fire up the team, I guess. The Hawks are going to have the basketball at about mid-court. They're at about the volleyball line. And a quick foul, good foul on Talon James. That's his fourth. Gibault will keep the basketball. Jackets down by 5. They need to create some magic here. Plenty of time on the clock, Jackets. The Jackets got a steal on the last possession. Foul on Chester's number 15, Cale Springle. And that's going to send to the line number 44, Evan Niebrugge, a sophomore. Niebrugge gets the roll. (45-51). Can he make it 45-52? The Hawks have done what they've had to do. He misses a second. Rebound by Chester. Three ball, no good. Rebound by the Hawks. And a scrum on the floor. It's Trey McCartney with another floor burn U play there. Dove on the floor, ties it up, but the arrow faced the Hawks. Into the ball game for Chester, number 2, Rusty Carondo, and number 33, Zane Eggemeyer. Talon James and Trey McCartney out for a breather. 30 seconds remaining. Hawks are going to try to burn some clock and get some more fouls, and they do. Cale Springle with a foul to stop the clock. And that's going to send to the line number 11, Jack Holston. Makes the first. The Hawks playing things right this last part of the second quarter, or I'm sorry, the fourth quarter. They've done what they had to do. They got back up ahead of the Jackets, and now they're causing the Jackets to foul. And that's 53-45 with 27.7 seconds on the clock. Trey McCartney with the three ball, in and out. Rebounded, grabbed by number 12, Will Dalpause. And a Chester foul to stop the clock at 16.4 seconds. Cale Springle with the foul to stop the clock at the line, number 12, a sophomore, Will Dalpause. He played a big role in the JV game. Ball up and off the front of the rim. No score on the first shot. One more shot. Coming back into the game is number 30, Nolan Snell. He misses both. Rebound by Chester. 14 seconds to go, and a reach-in foul. That foul was on 12, Will Dalpause. Chester keeps the basketball. Palacio gets it over to three-point shooter Trey McCartney. He gets that one to go. (48-53) is the final score. Yellow Jackets take a fall. 5-point loss for the Jackets here tonight on Tuesday night in front of a decent crowd on both sides of the stadium. (53-48) Jackets. Played hard, had the ball game in their hands several times, but the Hawks always had an answer, usually with some excellent three-point shooting. And the Jackets lose tonight 53-48. Like to remind everyone, on Friday night, we'll be back with Yellow Jacket basketball. The boys will host Sparta. 6 o'clock for the JV game and 7:30 for the varsity game. And I earlier said that was senior night. Well, it is not going to be senior night. Senior night is next Tuesday, February 17th, when Westland comes to town. So there will be no senior night Friday. It is going to be the Chester High School cheerleaders cheer camp performance. They will perform for the audience. They will perform one of the routines that they learned at the ball or the camp this week. They'll be having camp tomorrow night, which is Wednesday night, and they will have it again on Thursday night and then perform on Friday. Chester High School girls, I haven't heard anything from them. They are at Carlisle this evening. They could still be possibly playing. Then they're going to come back and host Sparta on this Thursday, day after tomorrow, February the 12th, and that will be the final home game for the Jackets. Don't forget that next Monday, the Lady Jackets will play in the regional semifinal against West Frankfort. The quarterfinals take place this Saturday at DuQuoin High School. DuQuoin will play Heron. Number 8 plays number 9, Heron, at 11 o'clock. And then the winner of that game will play on Monday night, the 16th, at 6 p.m. versus Benton. And then at 7:30, number 4 Chester will host number 5 West Frankfort. The winner of those two games will go on to play for the regional championship on Thursday night, the 19th, at 6:30 p.m. at Heron High School. So, what can you say? Two hard-fought games tonight, and the Yellow Jackets came out on the lower end of the scoreboard, unfortunately, in both games. Two hard-fought games. Chester played well in both, and I want to say hats off to the Hawks for coming back and doing the right things when they needed to take this game tonight. So, at this point in time, I don't see any coaches or any players coming up to talk, so we will go ahead and say good evening to you. Good night. This is Jim Beers saying we hope to see you Thursday night for the Thursday night broadcast of the girls hosting Sparta, and then we hope to see you on Friday night when the boys host Sparta for their second to the last home game, and the boys will come back next week for senior night on Tuesday night when Westland comes to town. So, In the meantime, be careful, drive safely, enjoy the warmer weather. We might get some stormy activity the next couple days. No matter what you do, be careful, be safe, and may God bless you. We hope to have you back for our game on Thursday night with the girls and Friday night for the boys. This is Jim Beers saying good night.